Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Aged Out Reacts with the two hosts of the Aged Out podcast, Mike Fantini and
Evan Worrell.
And we have our fifth reaction video of DCI 2023. We're past the San Antonio Regional, dropped our mid-season podcast. Go check that out on YouTube, podcast services. Episode 91, kind of hard to believe, but that podcast is not why we're here today. We're here to watch and listen to some fast, low, tight rolls and fours, and man, you're making me want to go have a drink now, pouring that bourbon over there. But
It's a good one.
yeah. What is it?
This is the Rock Hill Farms single barrel.
Nice. So yeah, we're watching Boston. This will be our first post San Antonio reaction. Boston, if you are unaware, one of the top percussion sections of the summer at this point. Yep. I want to correct something. Well, not correct something. Add something to what I said on that podcast we released earlier today on the 24th of July. I said my two favorite drum lines were Cavies and Cadets. I'd like to throw Boston in there. I can't remember if I actually did before that part of that conversation was over, but Boston's really freaking good.
Yeah, I was actually texting another friend of mine. We were just talking back and forth about like if I was still eligible to march and
where
like going out to audition, like where would I go? And I think my two top choices, just knowing me, would be Boston and Cadets. I'm kind of an East Coast drummer at heart. I would say that was my lineage growing up. That was kind of my drumming family tree. And I've just always been attracted to that style of like aggressive books, the aggressive shows, kind of the run and gun. So
I'd probably go to Boston or BD. BD just to experience it, like just to see what a summer with that core is like.
Yeah.
Like quality of life and like logistically and everything. Or Boston. Despite marching Bluecoats for my age out, I am also an East Coast kid at heart. But all right, let's watch some Boston. Go subscribe, comment, like on this video, and then go to the link in the description to the original video, Vic First YouTube channel. Check out the podcast, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon. Hit the join button here on YouTube. Support us financially if you so choose. But yeah, go support Vic Firth. Great video, putting out content throughout the summer. Shout out Brian Stockard. Here we go. Let me switch scenes so you guys can see the video now.
First and last drum corps I ever auditioned for.
That's me too, actually. Never thought about that. The perfect pair.
I thought they were going to replace Banks.
Great roll speed hand change in the middle of that.
I like those fours.
Yes. So, wait a second.
The like stick control fours.
I'm gonna back up here because that low fast roll was hot.
2-4,
but
2-4.
You and I were having that discussion earlier about Boston's love affair with fours, or I guess Colin's love affair with the fours the last couple years.
I think he needs to write more.
No, the slower ones feel way better. The fast ones are just such a risk, which is why it's awesome when it hits. But there's a level of built-in inconsistency with those super fast ones they throw in there and those fast triplet rolls. I love them. I think it's so cool, but I think it just bakes a little bit of inconsistency into the book, which makes it a little harder to win, when that's the name of the game. But that's just my 2 cents. I'm a fan of this book. It's cool. Well, I'll back up because that roll was hot.
Yeah, I like those 2-4, 2-4.
We'll just go back to the beginning of the phrase. We're in podcast mode too much right now.
Shift to the triple
roll quality.
Smooth transition out of the 3 into the 4s. On the waterfront.
We did not miss that Spock roll underneath that, by the way. See, the second one got away from him there.
Yeah.
The second one got away. The first one was great.
Is that a 5-note grouping? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
I think so. Like. I don't know. But they play accent taps better than anybody. As in, like, they play the lowest triplet rolls, I think, of anyone I've seen in the past, few years.
They do get down there.
They're so low. And they still have quality, too, which makes it even better.
quads are way better this year than they were last year.
I took
Just
the words right
much
out of my
more
mouth.
Much more consistent.
Very much so.
Book report.
Good switch to the 16th notes at the end of that.
The fallout roll.
Just how low they came in there.
Dude, that was sweet. So go back just a little
Okay.
bit. So start off there with the high voicing, check out, and then the quads layer in, and then the bass punches in to just kind of finish it off.
Phrase builds really well within the arrangement.
High, mid, bass. Right here. Nice. Very smooth.
See,
So close.
again, the second one. The fours were good. It was the triplet roll after the second four. Also, we're past regional last 3 weeks.
Yeah, we're
talking about
nitpicky.
ticks.
It's
We're gonna
fine,
talk
it's
about ticks. We're not gonna make tick tapes, but it's late enough in the season now.
I mean, it's all impressive as hell, but I mean,
Oh hell yeah, it's incredible.
and they still have time. So we're not condemning anyone.
Absolutely not. They're
Obviously,
still
we don't judge from the lot.
No, they're still one of the front runners for the Sanford for sure.
They finished second.
Oh, I love the quads underneath that phrase. Let me back up again real quick. Look, pay
The
attention to the
hocket.
quads. Yeah, pay attention to the quad line underneath that. The hand-to-hand singles. Woo! What a roll.
Mezzo piano, or whatever they call their 3 inches, but
Yeah, 1.5 inches.
content for days.
Yep.
Variety. Shirley Murphy's. Big it. Ooh, a little pulse.
Mm-hmm. Good flame control.
Very good.
Those fours were phenomenal. Jesus.
Out of the space. Ooh. The metric change there.
Good God.
It's pretty good.
All right, that was
pretty
absolutely. We'll back up to get the whole quad phrase
That's
here right
pretty
after
good.
it because it's an awesome phrase too. That rep was just
Sheesh.
like they had the super fast triplet roll after the bass lines added in to just like emphasize what the snare line's doing and support it. Fast triplet roll into the left hand accented singles to switch gears and like from roll mode to relax single mode to make that flow and transition perfect. Get out of here. Just get out of here with that.
This is probably still the hardest battery book. Gotta be.
Chops wise, yes.
Gotta be.
Yeah. All right, we'll catch the end of this phrase here and go into the awesome quad moment.
You know, I'll wait.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, no, we'll just keep it going. I'll save it. Yeah, just keep going.
We're excited tonight.
Yeah. Woo! Keeping
Jesus.
the fulcrum engaged. Ooh, fluid.
Didn't hear a single rim. I think they made this longer, by the way.
Yeah, maybe.
They made that phrase longer since Mason.
Little halftime feel. Pretty good. Ooh, bass.
Oh, the bass lead in.
Yeah.
They've gotten better since Mason.
Oh, yeah, for sure. the ostinato waterfront underneath.
Good crescendo at the end, maintaining the quality.
Long.
Then the quad
roll.
goes into the roll. Okay.
Go back.
The phrase has the long snare roll, the basses and quads behind it with the big picture rhythms. Then the roll passes to the quad line, and that was nails too. Like,
so that's that famous on the waterfront phrasing, and then the snares after they finish their roll overtake the idiomatic rhythmic motif or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, just awesome.
Woo!
Oh.
Woo! Yeah.
Good spark roll. Good snare roll.
Good crescendo roll.
Woo. Good decrescendo roll.
That's a good lot.
This is great. This had to feel good as a performer. Just the whole
I love
thing.
those like little. Go back real quick.
Yeah.
So like like the little three that they punch in there. Left hand three.
Yeah, that's cool. Good 805 roll. I like the stylization of those. Yeah, I like the stylization of those 8 notes in the snare line. Just a good fat flam 5 off the left.
Jelly roll.
The Colin McNutt special.
I love that that's a thing now.
What, East Coast?
No, the McNutt special.
Oh, yeah, of course. Jeez. Like, I'm going to back up because the Flam 5 is my favorite rudiment. They have one huge, like, left-hand accented Flam 5 that just, like, hits me in the soul.
Should get it tattooed on you.
I don't know about all that. Hope I went back far enough.
You did, I think.
I did not.
It's all right. I love those two. The where you like overlay the 16ths into the flams. Woo. It seems so relaxed too.
I know. That's honestly the secret to playing notes like this, honestly. You tense up, you're screwed.
The Pearl Remo combo. Never fails.
This goes way longer than you think it should or it's going to.
But what I was gonna say early on that I was like, no, I'll save it. Is there's still some a few ticky-tacky things in there. I'm sure there's probably a few more in there that just are hidden from the camera.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine. Last year we kind of felt like they may have just peaked a hair early at the Atlanta because that Atlanta lot was just so electric. Man, that lot, I can remember that lot. Just the vibe and the feel of it, the atmosphere, the electricity there. So just, yeah, you know what? Don't peak early.
I don't think they will. I think they're going to be in the conversation the rest of the year. They're already in the conversation now. They got second in San Antonio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were second.
After watching this, it's no surprise. Like wait. Yeah, I think they were.
Yeah, I think they were because BD
Coats were
third.
5th, BD was 3rd, Cadets were 4th.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like thinking back to that podcast we just did, the recap one, we might have like glossed over Boston a little bit in terms of just like last year we took Bluecoats for granted the whole season. I don't want to take Boston for granted this whole year, and then it's like, oh, we haven't talking about the Cavaliers storyline, Blue Devils, Bluecoats. Boston's phenomenal, dude.
Yeah.
It was great in Mason when we saw him in person. This is clearly much improved from that early season lot we saw and got to go travel to. I mean, the notes are there, the rhythmic variety's there, the rudimental variety's there, the stick control, the dynamic contrast, the musicality. Their piano is one of the most pianos I've ever heard on a marching drum line in a top 12 drum corps. And then they also can play to their eyeballs in some of those huge roll figures, and the tuning scheme's great. So we're huge fans last year. I'm still a huge fan this year. I think Colin even stepped up his game in the arranging of the book this year over last year. I think there's even more variety. I think they drum more in this show than they did last year.
Maybe, but it doesn't feel
forced.
As forced.
Well, they do have one of those, as I call it, indoor drumline moments on a football field, but everyone kind of has to do that now.
I feel like
so
everyone does, just to take up 11 to 12 minutes a show. It's like, oh, here's the guard and here's the brass, and they're going to do their indoor thing now. It's the percussion. Like, I'll do a rant about show length another time. Obviously, I've done that several times on podcasts, but
it'll happen again. But yeah, they're great. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I think the next one will be Crown or Cavaliers. We don't know yet. This will come out tomorrow, just the day after the podcast episode, and hopefully to get one of those two out before Atlanta, and the other one that we don't do will come out after Atlanta, hopefully from lot videos from that warm up, and we'll just keep chugging along and
make our way through some other groups.
Yeah, move through Atlanta, then Allentown, and hit as many groups as we can, and make our predictions and see everybody at finals. But Facebook, Instagram, comment, like, subscribe, hit the share button. Again, go subscribe to the Vic Firth YouTube channel if you're not. All kinds of cool content. Appreciate them letting us use the videos. Patreon, hit the join button on YouTube here to support us, and we will see everybody in the next one.
Peace.